Alright guys, so we're gonna answer these Q&A questions that you left for us. We ended up getting a bunch of questions and we want to get through all of them. We said we would, so we're gonna put this in multiple parts, and we tried kind of sorting the questions into questions about us, some random questions, and then
I don't do shit.
and then we'll probably do training and nutrition. Those might end up
based on the title of this video. I'm sure you guys will figure out what questions we're going to be answering.
Yeah, well, I just wanted to let you know how we're going to split it up, and there'll definitely be multiple parts. So the first question is from Max Tuning, and it says, if you two both entered the Thunderdome, who would leave the Thunderdome?
I think it'd be me.
I agree.
Depends on if there's a monolift and a deadlift platform in the Thunderdome.
What does that mean?
I don't know.
That you'd win.
I'm strong as fuck, man.
Alright, next question from Ben Graff. Thoughts on having a prep coach?
Definitely recommend it.
Yeah, it's awesome having someone who can take
all the guesswork out of it.
Yeah, it takes the subjectivity out of it. It's a much more objective point of view. Also, Tyler obviously has a ton of experience, so whenever we have like kind of questions about what he has done in certain situations, he gives us advice. I would definitely recommend having a prep coach if you're going to be doing a contest prep.
Yeah.
If you for nutrition, definitely for nutrition. You might not need it for training, depending on how you go.
Yeah, he's not doing our training or anything because we pretty much know what got us the size and strength, so we pretty much know that we just have to keep doing that in order to maintain it. But another thing is with even with your weigh-ins, they can kind of fuck with your head a little bit. The way your weight changes from day to day, and if you have a few high days, you're like, oh my god, I probably need to drop carbs like by 50 grams, but it really comes down to overall the weight that you're dropping over like 1 week and even 2 weeks and 3 weeks. Because there were weeks that I dropped maybe 3.5, 4 pounds so far, and then the next week I dropped like half a pound, and I think, oh no, I only dropped half a pound, but really in 2 weeks I still dropped 4 pounds, which is pretty much right on track where I should be at this like body fat that I'm at right now.
Yeah, so having a coach, pretty much all you have to do is hit your macros, weigh in, do your workouts or whatever.
Do your cardio.
Send them all your information, and then they tell you what to do. So it makes it much easier. Yeah. It takes all the guesswork. And
not as stressful, I feel.
Yeah, much less stressful, especially when contest prep is stressful.
Shout out to Cody Howell, who is doing his nutrition and stuff himself. I don't know how he's doing that. That's like, I feel like I'd be so hard on myself by doing that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Alright, Mega Hoser. Who's the older one? I am. I'm 23. Harry's 21.
Some girl at the meet the other day thought I was older.
Yeah, he does look older. Most people think he is.
Probably because I make more gains too.
Yeah, maybe. Alright, Caitlin C. Any injuries? How'd you overcome them?
Not really.
Have you ever had any
bad injuries?
I had a wrist injury. I had a stress fracture in my wrist probably like 1.5 years ago, and I had to have a brace on it pretty much for I think about 4 weeks. And what I did was just not do, obviously I still lifted, and they told me not to lift, obviously that's what they're going to say, but I just did things that didn't hurt it. I mean, it wasn't a very severe injury. I really just couldn't do bicep curls because putting the stress on my hand, like going this way or down against gravity, really hurt my wrist. So I mean, I just didn't do things that hurt it and let it recover, but still was able to do pretty much everything else. So
I hurt my knee over the summer doing squats, and I think it was my PCL or something like that. It was somewhere along the back of my knee. I don't know if it was a ligament or anything, but it hurt for probably like 6 to 8 weeks, and I just worked through it with squats. But I realized that if I did like my squat a certain way, then it didn't hurt, and having the injury and having to work through the injury and keep training really helped me get my form better on squats, if that makes sense. So it actually ended up being a good thing.
Clean bong water. Favorite favorite muscle group to train, and favorite flavor of slow churned. Favorite muscle group.
Legs.
I like doing squats, but
Yeah.
I think my favorite muscle group in general is probably shoulders.
Shoulders suck.
Nah, get sick pumps, man.
I guess.
And favorite flavor of slow churned?
Mint cookie crunch.
I was gonna say the same thing. Mint cookie crunch is legit, and it's got like some of the lowest fat.
Yeah, it's like 2.5. If you guys watched the slow churn video, I didn't use mint cookie crunch because I didn't want to get to the point where I didn't want to eat it anymore. That's the reason I didn't use it.
Alright, Basil Carasa.
Carsa.
Carsa. How tall are you guys? I'm 5'11 and a half. Everyone thinks that I'm like really tall. I don't know.
I'm short. I'm 5'8".
He's 5'8". I'm 5'11 and a half.
And our cousin Nick is what, 5'7.5" or something?
Yeah.
Short family except for Frank.
Alright, Dave Saucedo. Saucedo. What do you think it is?
It does look like sauce dough, but I'm assuming it's Saucedo.
Alright, what age did you guys start lifting at?
Frank started at like 12.
I started like seriously lifting when I was...
When did you start lifting?
Start like doing dumb shit?
Yeah.
Probably when I was like 16, maybe.
No way, you were younger than that.
15, but I like didn't know what the fuck I was doing, and I just used little weights that we had around the house. But then I started consistently lifting when I was a senior in high school, towards the end of that. So that was
17 or 18?
like March or April of 2008. So it's been a little over 5 years, but honestly I didn't know what the hell I was doing for a really long time. And I never really gained weight. I always wanted to be lean all year round, so I wasted my time for a really long time.
I probably started when I was like 14 as a freshman in high school. I used to go to the gym with my dad a little bit, but I never really got into it. My dad and Frank always tried to get me to get into it because they knew that I'd probably have a good frame for it and do well and get bigger. But it took a while for me to actually have the motivation within myself to get to the gym. I started when I was 17, the beginning of my senior year of high school, actually going to the gym by myself and wanting to go. And I was trying to lose weight because I was always a little fat kid and wanted to get leaner, but I knew nothing about nutrition. So obviously I was just spinning my wheels.
This next question is, what got you into lifting from Super Hippo 95?
I guess my answer wasn't good enough.
No, keep going. It's just like building.
No, yeah,
it just
took a while for me to kind of figure out what I was doing, and then once I did figure it out, I really kept going with it. But since I've started tracking my macros in like June of 2012, so it hasn't really been that long, but I've definitely made awesome progress since then. I got on a good training program too.
So what got us into lifting from Super Hippo 95?
Our dad was always big into lifting.
Our dad was always in the gym, and even our mom too, when we were younger, was into it a lot. So that definitely got us exposed to it, I guess. And then I always wanted to lift just so I could get girls, pretty much. Honestly, when I first started, I just wanted to look better, be more aesthetic.
Yeah, definitely.
But now it's obviously changed. I feel like a lot of people start off with that reason, but...
Amir Zaki. Have you guys ever been put into a situation where you had to prioritize between gym and school? If so, how'd you go about it? I'm starting a 6-year pharmacy program with my twin bro.
Nice, man.
And even though we didn't have any issues the first semester, we're sure they'll come up.
I'm in my 6th year of pharmacy school. I don't know if you know that, at Pitt, so that's pretty cool. Obviously have been situations where where we've had to prioritize.
I remember
everyone's gonna have to come into those situations.
One time my sophomore year, I was at the gym at like 1:50. I still had like 20 minutes left of my workout. I had class at 2 o'clock and I texted Frank and told him about it. And he texted me back and said, "You gotta get your priorities straight." And I said, "What do you mean?" And then he said, like, skip class and stay at the gym. Something like that.
That's bad advice though. I mean, you can definitely make it work. I honestly, throughout all of pharmacy school, I don't think I ever missed a scheduled workout. But that's only because I'm able to prioritize my time and make sacrifices in different areas.
You gotta really make sure you get your work done, but you also gotta make sure you get your workouts in. If you guys go back, I think it was like my first college training tip video, you have to fit training into your schedule as though it's a class and really ensure that you're doing it. You set that time aside already before you go to the gym. You can't say, okay, I'm done with my work now, I'll go to the gym. You have to say, I'm gonna go to the gym at this time, get my work done at this time. Mm-hmm. Really prioritize it.
Yeah, and don't get behind on your work either with class. If you're keeping up with that, then you shouldn't be in situations where you have so much work to do that you don't have time for the gym. That's my opinion. Brandon says, Brandon Campbell, who is your daddy and what does he do?
Our mom says
I think someone commented on that video he posted, giving us the shout out, asking if we were his kids.
Said I don't think so.
It's just
Ward Churtle says, do you use pre-workouts? Smart Powders Totalis, the best pre-workout.
That's the one that Harry and I have been using. I've been
never
using it
used
for like over a year.
Neither of us have ever used Citadel Nutrition Tier 1. So we really can't say anything that's not good or that this is better. We've been wanting to try it, or at least I've been wanting to try it, but I've been sticking with
Tier 1 is pretty much just caffeine, you know, and creatine and beta-alanine. Alright, Sequoit's Golfer.
Wouldn't that, oh, never mind. I was thinking like Benoit, Sequoit.
I don't know. Do you guys go hard in college? Hashtag YOLO swag. Go hard, I think you mean like go out and drinking.
I used to.
I definitely used to go ham for a while in college, but ever since I got more serious into lifting, I really haven't.
It's not worth it.
I have no desire really to.
It's not that you can't have a social
drink,
life or anything.
Yeah, but just go out and get hammered every night or a lot of nights of the week.
Go out and have fun with your friends. Drink a little bit if you're 21.
Yeah.
And I don't know. Don't go crazy. It depends on your goals.
Yeah, it depends how serious your goals are. Obviously, you want to have fun when you're in college and you're young, but depending on how serious your goals are with bodybuilding or powerlifting, that's going to decide how hard you go. What did you guys look like before you started working out? When I was, I don't know, I was always pretty lean.
We could put pictures somewhere.
Yeah, we might be able to find little pictures. I was pretty lean. Like in high school before I started working out.
You were a little chubby.
Before I hit puberty though.
Yeah.
And then I was
grew like 6 inches.
Yeah.
Probably more than that. You probably grew like a foot.
Yeah. And then I was pretty lean, and then I was actually lean for a while until I actually started trying to gain weight for bodybuilding.
I was always chubby. I was waiting for my growth spurt, it never came. And Frank and our older brother are almost 6 feet taller. Mike's even like 6'1" or something. But I got stuck at 5'8", and I was a little chubby, so that's what I looked like. You can probably picture it.
Alright, Justine O. Did one of you get into powerlifting, bodybuilding first, and the other follow, or did you get into it at the same time?
Frank was always in the gym.
Yeah, I was more serious about lifting before Harry was. At least like more consistent.
I wouldn't call it training, but going to the gym.
Yeah. And then we both kind of got like really more serious at the same time, probably with it.
Yeah, when we first got like our diets in check, we really started to do. And then we both started tracking our macros and getting our diets in check, and then once we figured out training too, we just kind of like started flying from there.
Alright, Sam T123 says, what's your favorite food, any long-term fitness goals? My favorite food is probably either pizza or cheeseburgers.
Yeah, I'd say pizza.
Pizza.
Yeah.
Any long-term fitness goals?
Yeah, bro. What else? What's the point of training if you don't have long-term fitness goals?
Yeah. I don't know. I don't have any specific goals right now. I guess maybe
I have more goals for powerlifting than bodybuilding.
Yeah. Do you have specific numbers you want?
I mean, long-term? How long-term?
Yeah, no, it's hard to say.
By the end of 2014, maybe. I don't know. See what I weigh though. I don't know what my body weight's gonna be.
We just want to do after this bodybuilding prep, we're probably gonna take
Long time.
a long time off from cutting down for bodybuilding shows, focus on powerlifting and gaining size, and then 5 years or so later,
I don't know if we're happy with where we're at, maybe. Because I don't know, I feel like I'm definitely not going to be very big on stage, especially if I cut down to low 170s, high 160s. But I'll see how I look and decide from there what I want to do for the future.
Vin Ross, is cocaine a good pre-workout?
Never tried it, bro.
Yeah, I haven't tried it, I don't know. Karina Duarte, how did you got your girlfriend into powerlifting? Or into
into
lifting?